Today I'd like to talk about um, there was actually I was invited to my daughter's school. Um, her birthday's tomorrow, and she wanted me to eat lunch with her. She's 8. Um, so I went to school to have lunch with her, and I got an opportunity to sit down with some of her and her friends. Um, and there was, we were eating lunch, and I was talking to these two young boys. They were the same age. They were sitting there, and somehow, you know, Jesus got brought up in the conversation. One of the kids actually brought it up. We talked about it briefly, and I tried to share a little bit of what I know about Jesus with those two boys. Um, and I had a cookie, and I broke it in half and gave it to the one boy, and the other boy seen what I did, and he said, "Sir," he said, can I share my cookie with you?" And I thought that was neat that he picked up on just being nice to somebody. Um, and I seen how I played a part in that. So I was like, wow, I learned a little bit today. Um, Something I kind of take for granted, and it's being a father to my kid. Um, and that's kind of what I want to address today. I want to address the whole thing of these men um, kind of checking out. Not one, they don't want to be a part of their family. They want to make the kids. They like the whole process, but when it comes to taking care of them, they check out for whatever reason. Either their dad did it to them, and they feel that that's the right way to handle it, or what. I'm not quite sure. Scared, maybe just self-centered. I don't know. But let me finish the story here. Basically, we ate lunch, went up to the classroom, and I was standing there talking to my daughter, and all the kids are wanting to know who I am, and we're talking and conversating. Well, that little boy that picked up on my generosity to the other boy, he came up to me just as I was leaving, and he gave me a hug, and he said, "Sir," he said, "I want you to have this." And I get through this hopefully without crying. I cried a couple times, but the little boy wrote to me, and he's never met me before, and he said, "You are a cool dad, and Allie, my daughter, is lucky to have you as one." Man, uh, you talk about something right there. Um, that tears me up. Um, I don't realize. I don't think I realize, but I don't think other men realize how important they are. I don't want to beat up on deadbeat dads. I don't want to beat up on them guys because some of them grew up without fathers. Some of them are scared of the responsibility. But it all stems back to fathers. You read the book, the Bible. It's about a father and his kids. You know, there's a pecking order. There's God. There's the man of the house, the woman, and the kids. There's a pecking order. And if that gets thrown out of sync, then we've got problems. And that's a big part of what's going on in this world today. And the problems we're seeing is because there's so many fathers just checking out. They don't want to be a part of the family. And if this only touches one person, it would be just fine. It'd be fine with me. If it only got to one person. I want you fathers to understand and know that you mean something in a family. You are the rock. Without you, things fall apart. And I'm not taking anything from you moms. Because I grew up with my mom and my brother. And I'm not bashing my dad. I love him. But there were some issues. Some things happened. And we wasn't around him. I want men to understand that you have to get back to your family. Please, get back to your family. Raise these kids. Make this world better. It starts with you. After what I seen today, and these little kids flocking to me like I'm something special, and I'm not. I'm an ordinary guy there to have lunch with my daughter, and I could see the need that these kids had. That little boy that wrote that note probably doesn't have a dad that lives in the house, if I had to guess, and I don't know. And if he does live in the house, he's not paying any attention to that kid whatsoever. He's starving for attention. He just wants love. That's all these kids want, is love. Men, it's important. It's extremely important that you are in the house with your family, being a good father, teaching them right from wrong. They grow up to be adults. These people grow up to take care of us. It is important. It tore my heart out to see that little boy like that. I could tell something was wrong. I'm not going to harp on this all day, but the thing of it is come on, guys, come on. I'm begging you. You know, if I could talk to that little boy's father, I will, and I would. And you know what? I'll probably make it a point to do so if I can get to him, just to see what's going on. All these kids running around with no fathers, or you got a weekend dad. Come on, you guys. You know, make it right. Get back with your family. That's all I got.